Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. I'm your host, General Biography. Today, we're exploring the life and legacy of Helmuth von Moltke the Elder, a renowned Prussian field marshal who left an indelible mark on the art of warfare. Born on October 26, 1800, in Parchim, Mecklenburg-Schwerin, Moltke's early life was marked by a unique blend of intellectual curiosity, familial influence, and historical circumstance. The year is 1800, and the European continent is ablaze with the fires of revolution and war. Moltke's family, members of the minor nobility, had a long history of military service, and his father, Friedrich von Moltke, was a Danish officer who had fought in the Napoleonic Wars. Moltke's childhood was spent in a world of relative comfort, surrounded by the trappings of a modest noble household. His mother, Charlotte von Moltke, was a woman of strong character and intellect who instilled in her son a love of learning and a deep appreciation for literature and philosophy. The family's financial situation, however, was precarious, and Moltke's father struggled to provide for his family on a meager officer's salary. In 1805, the Moltke family relocated to Lübeck, a bustling port city on the Baltic Sea, where Helmuth began his formal education at the local gymnasium. The school's emphasis on classical studies and rigorous academic standards helped shape Moltke's analytical mind and provided him with a solid foundation in the humanities. It was during this period that Moltke developed a deep fascination with the works of prominent military strategists, including Karl von Clausewitz, whose ideas would later influence his own approach to warfare. As Moltke approached adulthood, his family's financial situation necessitated a practical application of his skills. In 1819, he joined the Danish army as a cadet, beginning a military career that would span decades and multiple countries. This decision, while partly driven by economic necessity, also reflected Moltke's innate desire for service and his fascination with the art of war. Moltke's time in the Danish army was marked by diligent study and a growing interest in the military arts. He became particularly drawn to the works of Napoleon Bonaparte, whose campaigns he studied with great intensity. The experience also provided him with valuable insights into the inner workings of military organizations and the challenges of leadership. The early years of Helmuth von Moltke the Elder were thus defined by a rigorous education, a strong familial influence, and an evolving political landscape that would eventually call upon his unique blend of strategic genius and leadership acumen. The year is 1835. And Moltke has joined the Prussian army as a captain, marking the beginning of a distinguished career that would span decades and earn him recognition as one of the most innovative military strategists of his time. Moltke's rise through the ranks was marked by a series of key appointments and assignments, each of which provided him with valuable experience and opportunities for growth. In 1835, he was assigned to the Prussian General Staff, where he worked closely with prominent military leaders, including Prince Frederick Charles of Prussia. This period was pivotal in shaping Moltke's understanding of the art of war, as he became deeply immersed in the study of military history, strategy, and tactics. One of Moltke's earliest and most significant contributions to the development of modern warfare was his work on the concept of Auftragstaktik, or mission-type tactics. This approach emphasized the importance of delegating decision-making authority to subordinate commanders, allowing them to adapt to changing circumstances on the battlefield. By providing clear objectives and empowering junior officers to take initiative, Moltke's approach enabled the Prussian army to respond more effectively to the complexities of modern warfare. Moltke's innovative approaches to warfare were put to the test during the Second Schleswig War, where he served as the chief of staff to Prince Frederick Charles. The war marked a significant turning point in Moltke's career, as he played a key role in planning and executing several decisive battles, including the Battle of Dibble and the Battle of Als. These victories not only showcased Moltke's strategic genius, but also demonstrated the effectiveness of his mission-type tactics in achieving military objectives. The Austro-Prussian War of 1866 proved to be another pivotal moment in Moltke's career, as he faced off against the Austrian army in a series of brutal and decisive battles. The war marked a significant milestone in the development of modern warfare with the introduction of new technologies such as the railroad and the telegraph. Moltke's mastery of these technologies allowed him to coordinate his forces more effectively, using rapid mobilization and strategic maneuvering to outflank and defeat the Austrian army. The Battle of Königgrätz, fought on July 3, 1866, was a masterpiece of military strategy, as Moltke's forces crushed the Austrian army in a series of carefully coordinated attacks. The battle marked a significant turning point in European history, as it led to the dissolution of the German Confederation and paved the way for the unification of Germany under Prussian leadership. Moltke's success on the battlefield was not limited to his tactical genius. He was also a gifted leader who understood the importance of morale and unit cohesion. He believed that a well-trained and motivated army was essential to achieving victory, and he worked tirelessly to promote the welfare and esprit de corps of his troops. His commitment to his soldiers earned him their loyalty and respect, and he became known as a compassionate and fair commander who put the needs of his men above all else. From his innovative approaches to mission-type tactics to his mastery of modern technologies, Moltke's contributions to the development of modern warfare continue to influence military leaders to this day. As Moltke entered the twilight years of his life, he continued to serve as the chief of the Prussian General Staff, a position he had held since 1857. Despite his advanced age, Moltke remained a dominant figure in European military affairs, and his counsel was sought by leaders across the continent. In 1870, he played a key role in planning the Franco-Prussian War, which would ultimately lead to the unification of Germany under Prussian leadership. The Franco-Prussian War marked a significant milestone in Moltke's career, as he faced off against the French army in a series of brutal and decisive battles. The war was fought on multiple fronts, with Moltke's forces ultimately emerging victorious at the Battle of Sedan in September 1870. The battle marked a significant turning point in European history, as it led to the collapse of the Second French Empire and the establishment of the Third Republic. Despite his success on the battlefield, Moltke's later years were not without controversy. He faced criticism for his role in the Siege of Paris, which lasted from September 1870 to January 1871. The siege was marked by widespread suffering and starvation among the civilian population, and Moltke's decision to bombard the city was widely condemned. In the aftermath of the Franco-Prussian War, Moltke retired from active service and devoted himself to writing and reflection. He published several books on military history and strategy, including his famous memoirs, which remain a classic of military literature to this day. Moltke's writings offer a unique insight into his thoughts on warfare and leadership, and continue to be studied by military historians and strategists around the world. One of Moltke's most enduring legacies is the concept of Auftragstaktik, or mission-type tactics, which he developed during his time as chief of the Prussian General Staff. This approach emphasizes the importance of delegating decision-making authority to subordinate commanders, allowing them to adapt to changing circumstances on the battlefield. Moltke's ideas on mission-type tactics have had a profound influence on modern military doctrine and continue to shape the way that armies around the world approach combat. In addition to his military legacy, Moltke was also a gifted writer and thinker who explored a wide range of subjects beyond warfare. He was a talented artist and musician and was known to be a voracious reader with a deep love of literature and history. Moltke's personal life was marked by a long and happy marriage to his wife, Marie, and he was devoted to his family and friends. From his innovative approaches to mission-type tactics to his mastery of modern technologies, Moltke's contributions to the development of modern warfare continue to influence military leaders to this day. His writings and ideas remain a vital part of military education and training, and his legacy continues to shape the way that armies around the world approach combat. In conclusion, Helmuth von Moltke the Elder was a truly remarkable individual who left a lasting impact on the world of warfare. His innovative approaches to strategy and tactics, his commitment to the welfare and esprit de corps of his troops, and his enduring legacy as a writer and thinker have cemented his place as one of the greatest military minds in history. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm General Biography, reminding you to keep marching toward victory.